Psalms 86, verse 7. In the day of my trouble, I will call upon thee, for you will answer me. Psalms 50:15. And call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and you shall glorify me. Psalm 102:2. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline thine ear unto me in the day when I call, answer me speedily. Psalm 91:15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to you, Yahweh, Bashem Messiah, Bashem Kakwadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles, great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, hopeful elect, building the tabernacle of David, the remnant, the house of Israel, 144,000 brethren, prophets, teachers, elders, faithful servants of Yahweh, Bashem Shai, Shalom. This video is a testimonial. I had just encountered a particular situation within the last hour, maybe an hour or so, I would say. And I said that every time Yahweh Shai delivers me out of trouble, I don't care what it is, where it is, I don't care how small or minute it is, I will glorify him and honor him. Okay, maybe about a little more than an hour ago, I had some fish that I wanted to clean. A family member had dropped off some fish on yesterday, the day before yesterday, and my dad had got what he wanted out of the bag, and he cleaned his. And there were a lot of Florida brim left. I mean, a lot. When I say a lot, right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 big pieces of fish on my Florida brim, a little bit bigger than my hand, or about the size of my hand. And I love fish. I eat a lot of fish. I eat fish about fried and baked, probably about maybe 4 days out of the week at a minimum. If I could and I had a different living arrangement set up, I would eat fish every day, like really. Whether it's fish and grits in the morning or fish and french fries in the morning, fry them up. Or I bake a lot of salmon, I bake a lot of snapper. I haven't been baking snapper, red snapper lately, but sometimes I fry up little pieces, you know. You know, when you fry fish, it's going to draw up because the water's going to cook out of it. So it's going to get a little smaller. So it has to be a big enough piece when you start. You have a big enough piece left when you finish. The other day I had, my mom had some cod, the really thick pieces. And she had 4 of them for me. So I went to eat them. Then they were kind of resemble the Filet-O-Fish patties from McDonald's that you would get. And so I said, Mom, go ahead and drop me. You go ahead and see. I seasoned them up, and she put a little flour on them and put them in the grease because she was frying some fish for my daddy. So so I went ahead and fried those up. I got some sandwich bread, and I got some cheese, and you know, and I went ahead and made 2 fish sandwiches, and I ate them and went to work. And I ate breakfast that morning. So, and I think I had some leftover salmon, canned salmon in the fridge. I ate that for breakfast. I turned around and got a jammed up 2 homemade fish sandwiches with all the fixings and trimmings, and I ate them and I went on to work. So as you can see, I pretty much like fish. Now, so I came home yesterday evening from work, and it was getting dark on me. I went to I knew I had a lot of fish, so I went to try to clean up what I could, and I cleaned up about maybe these 3 big pieces on my plate now, and that I'm about to eat when I finish this video here. And I cleaned about 6 other pieces, which were a little smaller than my hand, and I seasoned them up and put them in the fridge for in the morning. I fry those in the morning. And I had about 15 little fish that was left. Now, my mama liked little fish. I'll eat them. They more time consuming to clean and prepare than they are to eat because they're so small till, you know. But so anyway, I went ahead and washed those for her. I didn't clean them, put them in a bag. She said she gonna work on them today and she gonna fry half of them tonight for her. I said, okay, cool. Now, so nothing goes to waste here. We can help it, Now, so after I finished cleaning the fish, I had some pieces of the gall, the liver, and the heart, I believe. Pursuant to Tobit, chapter 4, verse 16, the angel had told Tobias to catch the fish. Starts around Tobit chapter 4, verse 16. We're going to stay on track for a video for this purpose, to keep the video as short as possible. And the angel says, take the fish. And the angel says, do not throw away the gall, the blood, the liver, and the heart, because you can use it to burn over fire to ward off evil spirits. So in the past few days, past few weeks, I've been cleaning fish. It's been getting dark on me. I've been wanting to do it, collect that to be burned over fire, but I said, oh, I ain't worrying about it. I get fish all the time from my grocery store, and I'll clean them. Some of the fish be dressed already, some of them don't. So I wasn't concerned about that because Yahweh Shai just pulled down some strongholds in my life and released me from them bondages a few months ago. So, I don't go around looking for no trouble and looking for nothing to get into that's not pertaining to scripture. But Sirach 2:1 says, when you come and serve the Lord, expect temptation, they'll find you. Okay, so I just want to, get myself in the practice of doing that according to scripture. So anyway, now here it is. Now I'm going to the wood line behind my house. Normally, when I'm going to the wood line, I'll put out fish heads, fish guts to feed the unclean beasts. Okay, the possum coming through late at night. They'll come through every time I put something out there. Anything fish related, don't worry, next day it's gone. Okay, because they keep the place clean, right? That's the unclean beast. They clean up the place. So when they come through looking for the fish, they'll also find other stuff, hopefully, that might be stinking soon, some other animal that died. And, they'll get that clean too, right? Right. Now, they got to eat too now. So anyway, is my thinking. Now, so as I'm walking to the wood line, I'm scanning out in front of me. I'm not looking directly down to the ground. Y'all might be know where I'm going to with this. I come across dun 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 with it. Come on, dun dun dun. Oh Lord, my room. Yeah, I'm doing some cleaning right now, so I'm trying to rearrange my room. But Salaki for that interruption of that chaos. It's really clean to a certain extent. It's just this room is small, and I have a lot of stuff. So I have a storage barn in the yard. I'm getting ready to clean that out and whatnot, and I need to go through some sulfur down so I won't run into this thing on your screen because I just ran into that this morning. That's what the video is about. So I need to get some get payoff this week, get some sulfur and put in there, and it's closed, but the door don't seal very well, so anything can slide in there. So, and then some of the stuff is going to come out of this room and give me a little bit more room. I'm not going to edit that out because, number one, we are striving for the mastery. We're striving for perfection. But we are in the land of our captivity, and confusion is its name. And some of us have a little confusion sometimes around us and around where we be. And you just have to do the best you can with it. Be on a mission to reduce clutter and keep it organized, but sometimes you be stuck there in a spot longer than you want to be, and that's where I've been. So now, I'm gonna give me a second here. Now, this is my backyard near the wood line, and we're gonna enhance this. Okay, right there to the right there. This is what's called a water moccasin or a cottonmouth, and I'm not slightly incorrect. It's called a copperhead. Okay, and I did a little research, so let's go to this research here on Google, and it says the question is how poisonous is a copperhead to humans? The answer that Google has up says copperheads are venomous, but their venom is relatively mild compared to other venomous snakes. Bites are not usually life-threatening, but if bitten, you should always seek medical attention. Then I asked another question through Google, one of the search, inquiry, and answer Q&A sections on Google, and it says, what attracts copperheads to your yard? And it says copperhead snakes thrive in a variety of habitats, but they mostly prefer woody areas, ding, 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 and tall grass for cover, ding, 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 ding. You can also find them in garden areas or along the exterior walls of a home. Check areas of your yard where there is a lot of wood, mulch, and leaf litter. Now, look, see that leaf there? Yeah, it's getting fall that time of year. We've maintained our yard extremely well. My dad is a little very particular about his yard. Um, right in this area of my yard, my dad has about 7 or 8 tractor attachments: a bush hog, a finishing mow, a grader. It levels off dirt and stuff like that. Kind of levels out a big pile of dirt. We have 2 discs. We have 2 cultivators. We have a bottom plow. What do they call it? What do they call that plow? Um, I think it's called a bottom plow. If you have a section of land that you want to you want to garden back there and it's flat, it has 2 pointed I forgot what they call those things, but it goes in, it's pulled by the tractor, it goes into the ground deep, and it flips, it digs into the ground, deep into the ground, like 8 or 9, like 12 inches, and it flips the dirt over onto the other side of the tractor. So it's gonna go to the bottom of a land's plot. It's gonna dig in 18 inches, and there's 2 blades back there and a little tire on the back and behind that. And it digs in and it flips the dirt over onto the ground. So you now have a garden being created. You know, it's pulling that, it's digging into that bottom hard dirt and flipping it over. So now when you finish, you can start to plow now and dig down deeper into the ground, and you will have a garden. So my dad has that attachment as well. I think his dad had bought that when he was a little boy. My dad is almost 80, so you go figure. Now, so yeah, so we've done a little farming in the past, and it's silly me because I have a herbal garden right now. I'm growing some mint for my lemon ginger blast and for my lamb meat when I do lamb dinners and stuff like that. I love lamb. But anyway, now let's get to let's get the other video there. I don't know what the hell that is. What is that? Oh, now here, see that right there on the right hand side, bottom right side, the white side, that white thing. I was going to put the fish heads and fish guts over there in the woods for the possum, okay, because they come through. But what happened is, as I was walking toward the wood line to throw it out, normally our yard stays very cut, as you can see here. But where the snake is located is getting into the wood line where the woods is. Okay, but our water pump and stuff like that, above ground water well, is right there in that area as well. So we be back there all the time. And as I walk toward the wood line, this snake is actually chilling. It's basking in the shade. It's cool, and its leaves around and other sticks that's falling from the fact that it's fall now, that it blends in well with. And The grass is not cut extremely low at that point because another 3 more feet behind the snake starts the woods. Like really, well, that part of the woods that come up in my backyard. So, but that little piece of paper is a little piece of newspaper that I had the fish head wrapped up in because as I begin to walk down there, I'm spanning out I'm looking around because it's about maybe an hour and a half ago and things get to moving in the woods. I'm not afraid of anything. But and I'm not afraid of anything that would normally be in the woods, let me put it that way. And I begin to see this thing and I see the snake, and as I begin to take my next step, if I would have took one more step, my foot would have landed right by his head and he was already in striking position. So, and this is a poison snake. So, but as I begin to get closer and closer to him, before I made that last step, I stopped. And I don't know why I stopped, but I stopped. I just stopped. I just stopped walking. And a feeling of complete numbness went through my entire body. I couldn't feel anything. I stopped. And when I looked down really good, that's when I saw. Come on, where you at? It's lucky. That's when I saw that. Now I have a better picture. Let's get it. Oh, God dang it. Give me a second here. Okay, this is from another angle. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There it is. That's the best I can get for you right there. It looked to be about maybe, I don't know, about maybe 15 inches long. Body real fat. But that leaf fat in the center of the screen there, I mean, that thing is thick, like plenty of muscle in that body. Okay, I mean, for obviously can't be no more than, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, maybe. I've seen quite a few snakes. I live in the rural areas, a lot of water around here, a lot of streams. There's a stream in this area where the snake is in the wood line, about 30 feet into the wood line. There's a little stream coming through there. There's a dried up pond across the road from my house in the front yard. There's a stream to the right. There's a stream to the left. It's a lot of water around, a lot of ponds. We have a pond we've been working on our property, not here, but down the road, probably about a mile and a half from our house. We've been building that pond since Hurricane Hugo in 1989. The stream has been plugged up and then it reopens itself. So my dad had an idea, but he really didn't want to spend any major money to get the man down with the caterpillar, someone he knew, to go in there and unclog. But right about now, I could have been in a log cabin and kicked back. Ooh wee, yeah. But the Lord had other plans, and I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it because I have fishing holes. People that I've worked for in the past that has given me permission to come into their yard where the water comes up in their backyard, and they have docks built back there, brand new docks, $200,000-$300,000 operation back there. So I got some fishing holes of my own. But anyway, I just thought it'd be necessary to bring this video out because when I was cleaning fish, I was listening to a little jazz on my Bluetooth speaker with my phone, and then I said, you know what? It's been a little minute. Let me go in and catch some of the brothers' videos. And I brought up Brother Malcolm of the Chicago camp, GMS Maccabean Spirit BA backup, and he was speaking in, he was going in on some Israelite groups that are teaching that. I think the name of the video is E is the new black, question mark, something to that effect. And I caught that excerpt from Brother Malcolm, and I was sitting there, I was cheering him on, and I was like, man, these groups they don't want to read. That's why they don't. The Lord says, if you draw nigh to me, I will draw nigh to you. They ain't gonna draw nigh to them. What they gonna do is watch Great Millstone and agree with us on some points, and then they're gonna go in and fill in the damn blanks of what they don't understand because the Holy Spirit's not dealing with them, and try to make it sound good, like a damn good storyline. And they're out of order. For the leaders of this people cause them to area. I want to do a video on that as well. I have to leave here in about maybe an hour and a half and head to work, so I don't know if I'll catch that video at work on lunch and do it there, or whether I'll do it when I come home. Lord willing, we'll get it done today. I want to go in on that too as well. So I had been praising Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm meditating. He's saying something about what is happening. I'm cleaning fish. I'm coming out. That's why they can't understand nothing. Because, this and another, yada, 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 yada. Proverbs 16:9 says, a man's heart devises his way, but the Lord orders his step. The blind lead the blind, they go in the ditch. That's why they in the ditch now. So I'm going at it. I'm rooting him on, cheering him on, right? As he's speaking on the Bluetooth speaker. So I just really believe that Yahweh Shem Shai really came through for me on the day of trouble, because although I had not called out on his name like I did with these scriptures in the beginning of the video, that fact that I stopped for no reason. I'm looking on the ground as I get close to the woods because I know leaves are falling and leaves look like snakes. That's what I just pointed that out into you in the last pictures here that you saw that I took with my camera this morning. But so I might be moving fast, but I'm looking around in all directions because I know before you know it, you've been around on a snake and be like, how in the hell I got away and didn't see him? Yeah, because that'll happen. I've been doing this all my life. I've been living in this area, in these kinds of areas, so I'm very well aware. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that out that I stopped. I stopped, and I believe the video was still playing in the background when I walked over there. I think it had ended. So I said, well, let me go ahead on and get this stuff cleaned up. Wash this fish up, take it in the house, season it up. My mom was frying the other fish I took in there that I'm got on my plate now. It's getting cold again. I have to warm it up again now. I might take some of this to work me for lunch. Probably eat one good sized piece and eat a little bit of French fries, and the rest I'll package up for lunch. So I don't throw nothing away. If I can't make it work now, it'll work later. That's my plan. That don't always work like that. But anyway, I just want to bring that out for edification purposes. That I called on him. I called on him in the day of my trouble, and that was trouble for me because when I stepped down, if I would have took one more step, my left foot would have been planted right by his head, and he was in striking position. So if he would have hit me, the Lord would have put the spirit on me to hit me, that would have been a form of chastisement for me. But hey, guess what? That's a poison snake. My mom and dad was up and about doing stuff, and y'all, Bishop Rashad woke me up 2:30 this morning. I didn't cook a chili to 4 pounds of ground chicken, ground turkey, with 2 cans of kidney beans, 1 can of black beans, and I just didn't have a can of tomatoes. But my mom usually keeps tomatoes. And I worked yesterday, but I knew I was supposed to buy something, but I didn't realize I was going to end up cooking the chili. I thought I was going to do it a few days from now, so she gave me that. So anyway, so I was up 2:30 this morning and moving around doing various little things, and I started cooking that. So I don't like meat sitting in my freezer no longer than 6 weeks before it's being consumed. But anyway, and I'm at 8 weeks now on that ground turkey. But anyway, I just want to bring that out that I called on the name of Yahweh by Shemir Bashai, and he delivered me out of this trouble. Hold on. And as you can see here, that's what I'm going to show you what I saw. We're going to end the video. Okay. This is what he looks like. Okay. And that thing, it's a pretty pattern, but it'll make your skin crawl quickly. I mean, woo-wee. Let's see if we can get some other pictures as well. There's my fish. Brum. That butterflied out beautifully. One big piece there. And as you can see, this piece here is just as wide as my hand. Okay, and I got some French fries to go with it. Fish and chips, they call it, I believe. Now, let's get this one here. All right, that's the other one there. Let's go down. And as you can see, it's called a what? Copperhead. That's what they look like, fully matured. That snake we saw was a little young. That's the baby one up top, like when they first hatch out and they're growing, or they're molting, shedding their skin, so to speak. And that's that. So I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Shai, B'Shem and Kakwadash. I got to head out to work in about an hour, so I'm going to cut the video short. Yahweh, B'Shem Shai was faithful and true to his word, because I called out on his name in the day of, I called out on his name, meditating on the scriptures, listening to Great Millstone, GMS Maccabean, back up BA. So the YouTube handle for for Brother Malcolm's channel of the Chicago Camp Great Millstone is GMS Maccabean Spirit, all one word, BA, back up. So I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Yeshua, B'Shem and Kakwadash, for he's faithful and true to his word. And he will not fail us. We have failed him, but he's now re-erecting the house of Israel, the remnant, the one-third promise for salvation, pursuant to Zechariah 13, 7, 8, 9, for salvation. And until the next video that I launch up, hopefully today, Lord willing, for lunch, or this evening when I get off this evening. Till next time, be sober, be vigilant. Israel, pursuant to 1 Peter 5:8, and walk circumspectly, pursuant to Ephesians 5:15. That's what I was doing when I headed out there. But Yahweh B'Shem Shah had a ram caught in the thicket for me. When he stunned my body like that, I couldn't move. That was my attention. That was my cue to pay attention. Something here, danger lurking. Right. So again, Shalom.